Welcome, folks, to the 2021 Hometown Cup Prediction Show brought to you by Wiffle News. We have our usual prediction guy, Brett Shepard, with us, and it seems like Tony is also a usual prediction guy. And yeah, so we're going to be going over pools, Final Four, champion, and we might as well just hop right into it. We're going to start off in the Anderson division. We have the Big Daddy Hacks, Lucky Strikes, the Naturals, multiple scoregasms, and Truffle Butter. You can see all their previous records and such right on the left. Let's start it off with Tony here.
Yeah, I think this is a good pool for Truffle Butter to kind of continue their initial Orbital season debut success, take that over and get the top seed in this division. They're bringing a pretty good team here. Gallagher, he's familiar with lots of success at Hometown Cup. He's won the cup before with the Newts. So he knows all about how to succeed at this tournament. Second, I'm going to go with the Big Daddy Hacks. As you can see, I mean, they're close to 500. I think maybe this season could be, or this year at Hometown Cup, could have a little bit of a breakout, maybe score an upset over my third place team, the Naturals. Looks like they've had some good success. I don't know them like that well. I'm sure if I saw them, I'd recognize their players. But yeah, I think it's the Truffle Butter will run away with this division. Then second and third will just be a battle between the Big Daddy Hacks and Naturals.
Shepard?
I have a different take here. I am first place. I got the Naturals. I think experience speaks for itself. 6 appearances, 20-11. That's a nice, they win 64% of their games on the last week in July in New Carlisle. So numbers never lie. Truffle Butter, a little inexperienced. Seen them in Orbital recently. Wasn't too impressed. I don't know how similar the squad's going to be, but I got Truffle Butter going second and Big Daddy Hacks going third. So the same top three, just in a little bit of a different order.
Wiffle News betting odds has Truffle Butter as a slight favorite in that division. We're going to head on to the John Art division with the American Giants, the Homosexuals, the Knights, the Maple City Magic, and the Sharks. Brett, you want to start this one off?
Sure. Yeah. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Maple City Magic at the first spot there. Defending champions, great team. They're going to go 4-0. There's no doubt about that. Second place, I'm going to go with the American Giants, a good team. I think they might give Maple City a half of a fit, maybe, but I think Maple City will definitely win, no doubt about it. And third, I'm going to go with the Knights. Last year, they beat, one of the best teams in Wiffle. Read about it. They beat them last year in this tournament. So I think the Knights will get third. They might even get second. Who knows? But I think American Giants will get second and Knights will get third.
Yeah, I think he said it pretty well. I mean, they're the defending champs. Can't go with anybody else here other than the Magic. A little bit of a different squad this year, swapping out Drew for the manager, Alex Friedman, who's had a little revenge tour this season. He's had a nice bounce back season. Good for him. But yeah, like you were saying, the American Giants, I've actually played against them in 2019 when I was on Son of a Pitch opening game. They gave us a run. They had us on the ropes briefly. Those guys can hit. Some lanky guys, hit for power. I think they can give the Magic a little bit of a game. But I got them finishing second pretty easily. Could make a run Sunday. We'll see. And third, yeah, I got the Knights. It seems like you look at their record and you're like, yeesh. But these guys started really, really young. And every year they've gotten a little bit better here and there. I know Camden, the captain, he's a pretty good stick in the lineup. So maybe this will be the season where they have a little bit of a breakthrough.
Wiffle News odds has Maple City Magic as the heavy favorite in that division. We're going to move on to the Nick Arndt division. We have the County Line Kings, the Dirtbags, the Smang Hawks, Unexpected BJs, and the Warsaw Whitecats. Tony, if you want to keep going here.
Yeah, I got to go with my squad that I'm playing with for this tournament, the Kings first. I just think it's a pretty straightforward pool. We're bringing a good squad, so we're stoked for this. But the game against the Whitecats, that'll be a good game. Whitecaps with wit, they're always there to make some sort of an upset. They're not a team you can look past, especially now that they've added some youth to the team as well. That's helped them, I think. So I think that'll be a fun pool play game. But I got the Kings, the Whitecats, and then I got Dirtbags in third place here. The Dirtbags, Schmanghawks, and Unexpected BJs, as you can see, not a lot of experience. Schmanghawks, that's their first appearance in Hometown Cup. Could be a little bumpy for them. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, my first two are the exact same. I got the Kings and the Whitecats, and like Tony said, I think it's going to be, I wouldn't say a battle, but a close game between the Kings and the Whitecats. Warsaw, they've gone 4-0, and they won their division 4 out of the 9 times they've played in this tournament. So, half the time they play in it, roughly, they do go 4-0. Same with the Kings, though. This is only their third appearance, and they have won their Division 1. So it's similar, but I like the Kings roster a lot better. Regardless of how much youth Warsaw has added, I just think the Kings are a better team overall. And third, I don't know a lot about these other 3 teams, so I'm going to go with the name I know a lot about. I'm going to pick Unexpected BJs, because they call me the Prince of BJs, but, we don't need to get into that. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? On to the next one.
Local News Odds has County Line Kings as the second lowest favorite out of all the pools to win their division.
A favorite nonetheless.
Yep. We are onto the Curlis Division. We got the Borussia Hills Wild Cards, Can of Corn, CCW Hot Players, the Hotheads, and Read About It. Either you can take a spotlight here.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Curlis Division start here. I'm going to go ahead and this might be a shock, but it might not be. I'm going to go ahead and take Read About It. And I'm serious. I think they're going to go 4-0. They already proved a lot this year that they're a good team. Whether it was at Cam or HD, the record wasn't as good. Cam, they went 4-0 in pool play. HD, they lost to the eventual champions by 1 run in pool play. And Bones Bardis, he's determined. And, they're going to be the wild cards. I look for wild cards to be heavily intoxicated. I'm not sure how early that game is, though, honestly. But the beers will be flowing for Borussia Hills. Or Borussia. I didn't even learn how to say that. Borussia. Okay, thank you, because I said Borussia and Kobe Keck at the All-Star game. Was like, you can't really learn how to say it. But I got Read About It first. Borussia Hills wild cards second. And then I've got the CCW Hot Players finishing third.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Borussia Hills wild cards for first. I like the team that they have at this tournament. I know that, like what you said, they could be a little intoxicated, but that's kind of how they roll. But we'll see what happens. The main thing about their team, I like the Cody Carlisle's in the lineup. When it seems like when he plays, they play even like their level just dramatically increases. He's not a super, super well-known guy because he doesn't play all that often, but when he does play, he certainly makes an impact. Second, yeah, I got Read About It. They've made big-time strides this year, especially Will Bones Bardis himself. In left field, they call that the graveyard, baby. Balls go to die to Bones. Let me tell you about it.
Why they call him Bones?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that will be a really good game between them and the Wild Cards. I got the Wild Cards edging them, though, just barely. And then third, I'm going to go with the CCW Hot Players. Brendan Dudas, he's a pretty well-known figure in the wiffle ball world. So, yeah, I expect them to have a good appearance here in this pool and make a little bit of a run of things. So we'll see what happens for them.
Wiffle Ball News betting odds has the Wild Cards as a favorite, but it is the only pool with 3 teams with at least a 25% chance to win the division.
Interesting.
We're on to the jurisdict division. We got the big sticks. Bussin' respectfully. The Colt West Warriors, the Lynn Street Leprechauns, and the Muffs.
Yeah, I'll start it off. No real surprise here, going with the Colt West Warriors. By their standards, it's been a little bit of a drought for them of winning this title, considering they've won 4 championships and 3 in a row, I believe. But I don't think they haven't won it now since, when was the last time that they took it? 7? Yeah, right there, 17. Yeah. So it's been 3 years. I know last year they made it back to the Final Four before that surprising loss to the Quilt. I think they'll pick up pretty much where they always leave off here. They rarely lose a pool play game. So they'll roll to undefeated record in this pool. Second, I got the Leps. Sometimes you never know what you're going to get with the Leps. So we'll see if Lep mode is activated. I think it will be for the most part. I got them at second. And then I got the Muffs actually in third, which to some that might be a surprise. You might think that I'd pick the Muffs second. I think the Leps are ready to make a little bit of a push here and get that win over the Muffs. That'll be an interesting game.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I got a very similar. I got all three. Obviously, Colt West number one. I think any Lep and any Muff would tell you the same thing. Colt West is going to go 4-0, no doubt about it. But I think second, I do think the Leps will edge it out against the Muffs.
Yeah. And
because honestly, the Leps are going to make a statement. Lep mode will be activated. I can't confirm that. I can't see into the future, But the Muffs roster is not that great. The Muffs roster, I hate to, it's just not. It's not. You look at the 45 and 16, and you didn't know anything. You would think, ooh, they're going to beat the 9 and 11 Leps.
It's a different roster.
It's a different roster, and the Kinky, it hits a little differently. And when the Sun and the Kinky collide, it's different. At Lep mode, Leps get second, Muffs get third. They still make it to Sunday, and who knows what happens. Sunday is all that matters.
Yep.
Football News Odds has Colt West Warriors heavy favorites to win the division. Right on the Bob Keck division, we have Bush League, Oddballs, Outlaws, Pokeballs, and the Zone 3 Cyclones.
Is Oddballs Drew Luther's little brother?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Caleb Luther, yep.
Wow.
I think his other little brother might be playing on that team as well. Don't quote me on that, though, but I think he might be as well, Ben.
Okay. Couple Luthers. It's an interesting division, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and maybe this might surprise some people, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Pokeballs to finish first in the Bobcat division. Nobody's looking for it. People think Cyclones, they're only good when they have flat rock in front of their name. In Zone 3, they've never done nothing with Zone 3. So, and they've never done nothing without Benedict on the team. So we're going to take Pokeballs first. Zone 3, they will go 3-1. Still a good team. Shout out Cyclones. They're good guys. I like going. I do like Benedict. Nothing against them. But I do have them going 3-1. And third, I do have the Bush League. Bush League. That's their name, I guess. New Carlisle, Indiana. That's shout out Jeff Sipirski. Yeah, they're gonna make it to Sunday.
Yeah, I pretty much have something pretty similar here. Pokeballs. They made some noise last year at Hometown Cup. Surprised a lot of people. I believe they had like a top 4 seed heading into Sunday.
They had a 2 seed. I know it's like region by region, so I know it was definitely top 8.
Okay. Yeah. They put up a hell of a lot of runs. I can't remember. Maybe they benefited a little bit from an easier pool, but these are guys from Missouri playing a fast pitch league, I believe. They know how to stick even in a slow pitch environment. And then they fell, I believe, in like the Sweet 16 last year's cup. But yeah, I got them first. Second, Zone 3 Cyclones. Couldn't have said it better than myself, Shep. If they're not the Flat Rock Cyclones and Richards and Walt BT aren't playing, sorry, you're not going to be as good. Good enough to get second, though, in this division. And then third, I got the Outlaws, actually. Don't know a lot about them, but I think they edge out Bush League.
Wiffle Ball News Odds has the Pokeballs as very, very slight favorites to win that division. We're on to the Kaler Keck division. We have the Bad Boys 3, Clutch Players, Going Yard, the Looney Whifflers, and the Mob.
Yeah, and this one, honestly, to me, I don't know. We'll see what Shep thinks. I think this is kind of the most open division, at least that we've gone through thus far, for sure. I'm going to go with the veteran, the coach, some would call him, John Arndt, Looney Whifflers. I'm not 100% certain what his team is. I'd imagine that some of his old running mates that he won a world championship with in 2000 as well as his son, former Cy Young Award winner Nate Arndt, will be on that team. I think they have enough know-how to navigate their way through to a 4-0 record. Second, I have the clutch players. Obviously, look at the all-time standings. They've made 4 hometown cup finals. Granted, that was with the big bat of Andy Saratsky. Is he playing with them for this? I'm not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. They're gonna give the Looney Whifflers a battle for sure. But I think I just, for some reason, I get that feeling Looney Whifflers will edge that one out. Certainly clutch players could. That's going to be a battle. And then third place, I got the mini mob, so to speak. Austin Traxler and some of his brothers there. Who knows? Maybe they make some noise. It's nice to see, Austin getting his siblings into the game of wiffle ball and keep this train moving, so to speak, into the next generation. While he gets a quick sip here, folks.
Oh my.
Yeah.
First place in this division, I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna go with the clutch players. I think clutch players are probably the most motivated team in the hometown cup division or the hometown cup tournament this year, just because every year I think they're trying to get back to Migley. I think for them to win the hometown cup, it would be the biggest FU of any team. They really hate New Carlisle. New Carlisle, I think, hates them. And you've seen their tweets and all that. They don't like New Carlisle. They don't like them. They're going to get first, I think. I think second's going to be the Looney Whifflers, John Arndt. Like you said, the veteran. He's going to find a way to make it to Sunday, and I think he's not going to just scrape by. I think it'll be a good game against clutch players, honestly, but too much power. I think Saratsky is the one that makes a difference, as you mentioned. Third, like you mentioned, I got the mob. I won't even call them the mini mob. I'll give them the mob. They're the mob. Hey, CAM tournament champions, if you will. They are the mob. So, no, I'm just kidding. But they will get
one guy from that team.
They'll make it. They'll go 2-2.
Yeah.
Wiffle ball news odds has the clutch players as slight favorites in that division. We're on to the Luther division. We have the Beef Barn, Billy Goats, the Little Saints, Maple City Magic Purple, and Will Waves.
I can lead this one off if you'd like.
Go right ahead.
They can be scooted over, host or no?
I scooted it over on my screen. You just gotta scoot your thing over. I put my picture in the middle.
Gotcha. Thanks, Chief. Yeah, this is an interesting division. You mentioned the one earlier. I think this one might be up there for the most open division. Maybe not most open, but most easiest, I would say.
Yeah.
I think Billy Goats go 4-0. And, they're a good team, but you don't see that very often. I guess they do shine in this tournament. Let me retract that. They do very well in this tournament. They have made it to Migley before. They have knocked Colt West out of this tournament before. And they're going to come into Sunday, I think, with a very good run differential, a very good seed. And hopefully they get a good draw. Because sometimes you get a good seed and it doesn't mean much. And you're like, fuck, we have to play a good team that end up going 3-1 and some fluky upset. Colt West lost to the Jelly Sticks. Fuck. Now they're the 3 seed we have to face. But Billy Goats are going to go 4-0 with no doubt about it. Second place, it's up for grabs. This is going to be a very bad Maple City Magic Purple team. This is going to be a very bad purple team. Honestly, I don't know if they're going to make it to Sunday. I love George Stanko. I don't know if they're going to make it to Sunday. Second place, I got the Beef Barn. And third place, I got Lil Saints. Maple City Purple doesn't make it to Sunday. I'm sorry.
Wow. I mean, I'm going to agree. Like at the top team, the Billy Goats. They do well in this tournament. I suited up with them last year. We had a good run. They always seem to play Saturday very well, too, have a good run differential. This is an awesome opportunity for them to really get a good run differential. I mean, as everybody knows, it's nice to have a good run differential to help your seed, but at the end of the day, at this tournament,
plus 60 the best, 15 a game. Sorry to interrupt you.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Is it plus 60, like 15 a game?
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, as everybody knows, you're going to have to beat good teams to get there. So it is what it is. But yeah, I got them first. Second, I'm going to go with Beef Barn as well. Love you, George, but I'm going. Yeah, I will have the Maple City Magic Purple third, but this is a bad Maple City Magic Purple team. I personally know some of these guys.
I heard half the teams never played.
Yes,
Wiffle.
Mike Wagner and Cody Van. I went to high school with them as well. I don't think these guys have ever picked up a wiffle ball bat, really. Cody Van, that guy's just going to be trying to make fun of people looking like a John the whole tournament. So that's not really what you want. But they must have really been scrapping for guys. But we'll see. I got them getting third place, but they won't be around for long probably. Sorry, George.
With Ball News Odds has the Billy Goats as very, very heavy favorites to win that division. We're halfway through the pool play predictions, and we're on to the Ellis Division. We have Leps 2, Little Frickers, Sage Road Sinners, Truffle Butter White, and the Woo Crew.
You want me first or you,
I'll
Tony?
go, yeah.
Go.
I got the Woo Crew first here. They got a pretty darn good roster, I'd say. Walt, Brandon Terry, Jimmy Tumpane. Although I'm not 100% sure who their fourth and or fifth is, but right there, that's a really good three. Especially I think to take this division. I think second is honestly kind of up for grabs. I'm gonna go with Truffle Butter White.
Give me one of these two.
Based on just the fact I know a lot of these guys play fast pitch, and I think some of them are on Truffle Butter for Orbital. Third, I'll go Leps 2. I just didn't really like what I was seeing from the roster that they tweeted. So yeah, I'm gonna go heavy favorite on Woo Crew here. Truffle Butter White and then Leps 2. When you got the Sage Road Sinners in there, ugh, that's bad. And Little Frickers are 4-20 all time. Yeah, this is it's not the best division here, folks.
Yeah, I thought that Billy Goat division was bad, but this one, I think it's worse.
Yeah.
Really, when I reviewed it earlier, I didn't think it was that bad, but this one's definitely worse. Woo Crew's gonna take it, and they might get over the wrong matchup Sunday and get sent home early at one of the 8 or 9 o'clock. They're probably 9 because they want to play at 8 because they're gonna go 4-0.
Yeah.
This could be anybody. I'm gonna go with Leps 2. So both Lep teams going to finish second. Both Lep teams make it to Sunday. That could be a first of all time. I think it is.
I think I'm
Maybe.
almost
Actually, I don't
certain
know,
it would be.
because Leps 2, it says they have 3 playoff appearances. So I retract that statement once again. And third, up for the flip of a coin, I have no idea. Not a big Sinners guy. I'm going to do Process Elimination. They're out. And then it goes Truffle Butter White and Little Frickers. I'm going to go with the Truffle Butter White just because Orbital fam. Hashtag Orbital fam.
Here we go.
Hashtag spread it. With Ball News Odds has Woo Crew as the heavy favorite in this one. We're on to the Emmons division. We have the Bad Boys 1, Dumpster Panda Mob, Hudson Lake Heat, Malort, I'll have another, and Skinny Dings.
I can go ahead and take this one first if you'd like. I will first place. I'm gonna go with the Hudson Lake Heat. I think the heat's gonna be turned on. If you can't take the heat stay out of the kitchen, they're gonna have the heat turned on. They're gonna be, banging them, as our guest host would say, or guest picker. Hashtag banging them. Second place, Malort. I'll have another. I think it's gonna be a close game with the Heat against them, but Malort's gonna win. They will be drinking some Malort though. They will be striking out.
You mean the Heat? The Heat will beat Malort.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. Also, I would love to just watch a Malort game because the other 3 teams I don't really know. I guess Eric Johnson is Dumpster Panda. Is that which team is Mookie more problems? Is that Dumpster Panda?
I'm not
Sure on that one. I saw the tweet.
They tweeted and said we are now blank. I thought it might be that.
We'll look it up really quick here, folks.
Anyways, I think it's just funny when you see Malort.
Yeah, Dumpster Panda Mob is
Mookie more problems, and they have Eric Johnson apparently. So,
yes, they do.
It's just funny. I guess that's a familiar team. I don't think they're gonna do Dick because they're gonna get hammered. I'm gonna go with Skinny Dings, getting third, Shout out Brad Schmidt. Formerly known as Fat Dong, Skinny Dinks. It's the same team, just a different name.
Good, really good record when you sit down and look at it for them too.
Third most wins in the division.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah. I'm going to go with the Heat to take this division. I feel like a broken record. Everybody says this. You never know what you're going to get out of the Heat. But anytime you have Manhu, I'd imagine Bushman's playing in this tournament, and obviously McDonald. That's already a good three-headed monster. Typically, they do well in pool play at this tournament. I got them rolling to first place in a close one over Malort. I'll have another with Nate Dogg. And then third, they might get absolutely shit-faced wasted, but somehow, some way, I got the Dumpster Panda Mob getting third. Moki's not coming to this, not suiting up for Hometown Cup to not make Sunday. Now, when Sunday comes around, who knows if they make it to that 8 o'clock game.
Wiffle ball news odds. Yes, as the Hudson Lake Heat is slight favorites to win the Emmons division. So on to the flag division, we have the Bad Boys 2, C Team, Don't Touch My Drum Set, New Carlisle Newts, and the Pink Pandas.
A little bit of home cooking, so to speak, in this division, really.
No cap.
What's that?
No cap.
Yeah, I think the Newts will roll in this division. If they don't get a plus 60, what do you do? Perfect run differential. I think that's a little bit of a disappointment, honestly. Second place in this. Looking at my notes, I'm going to go with the Pandas. They don't have Christie on their team for this. He's playing with the Whitecats, Zach Christie, but I just think the familiarity that they have playing wiffle this all season in Orbital will pay off. And then third, I got Don't Touch My Drum Set. But really, this is just going to be kind of a tune-up for the Newts, get warmed up. Honestly, they don't even need to have a perfect run differential either. This is a team that's going to make a big run. They always have for the last 5-6 years or whatever it is now.
8 Major League appearances.
Yes, yeah. They went through a little bit of a dark period for a while where they weren't making it far in this tournament at all. But ever since Kobe started getting a lot of these big-time free agents, like especially Schuster, and then when Shale became prevalent in the league, especially now that he's Muscle Bob Buff Pants basically out there, that's definitely helps the Newts.
Buff bartender.
Yeah, yep.
Former bartender, I believe. But Newts are going to get first. I don't need to say much more. One of the best teams in the tournament. Second place is what's the interesting part of this division. I hate to be, whatever. I'm going to leave the Bad Boys 2 out of it. But second, third, and fourth, I think, is a shuffle between the Pandas, Don't Touch My Drum Set, and C Team. And I think I'm going to put C Team at second. And shout out Junior Hernandez, brother of Danny. I love you, but Pink Pandas are going to get third.
Wiffle ball news.
No Zach Christie, they're going to do it.
Newts is heavy favorites. What?
With no Zach Christie, Pink Pandas will still get third.
Yeah, probably. We got the Hernandez division. We got the Beer Bandits, Chaw Dogs, Mechanics, White Lightning, and Wiffle Warriors.
This one is going to be a very fun division for one obvious reason. It's very, very interesting that the Mechanics and White Lightning got in the same pool. That's pretty cool. Maybe Aiden Cotter and Kobe had something to do with that. Wink, wink. But no, that'll be a really fun game. To me, that is the game of pool play on Saturday. These guys on these teams know each other so well. They're friends. White Lightning, you have the return of Jason Webb, who, hold the phone here. I know this might shock a lot of people. I think he's the better fielder out of the Webb brothers. I do. They're both great. Give me Jason, though. Bigger. That being said, I'm going to go with the Mechanics to win this division. It's a deep team that they have. I know Hughes is back for this team for this tournament. He was always kind of a liability of a bat, honestly. I don't know if I would imagine if they're smart that eventually they'd roll a 4 as the tournament went on. but I still think in pool play, this will be good enough for them to edge by White Lightning in a really fun game. White Lightning, obviously, Jason, Levi, Rat, and Doug Benner. And then third place, I got the Chaw Dogs. But yeah, it's just going to be a really fun game. If you have a game off in between, folks, check out that one if you can. That's going to be a fun one. A lot of friendly banter will be going on too, I'm sure, between those longtime friends.
Yeah, I want to take it back to 2016 when the White Lightning made the Final Four of this very
world.
And I predicted them in a live bracket show to lose first round on Sunday. That day I learned a lesson. You never pick against the White Lightning. They're like the Avengers. When they assemble, good things happen.
Yeah.
White Lightning's going to go 4-0. Mechanics go 3-1. I think Mechanics wipe out every team except the White Lightning. Beat down. But White Lightning are going to smack the Mechanics. I believe that. I think White Lightning win the game by 7+ runs.
Woo! Bold prediction. All right.
Bold statement. But like you said, I still think it is the game of the day on Saturday. If you have a free hour or 40 minutes or even a free 10 minutes and you can peep over and see that game, that's when you're going to want to see 8 to 10 of the best whifflers of the tournament all on the field at once. So those are the top two teams. Third, it's kind of one of those coin flips, but a coin doesn't have 3 heads. So I'm going to have to go ahead. We go with the Chaw Dogs. I believe when in doubt, the farther you drive, the better you got to be. So they're farther away than the other two teams. So that's my theory there.
I'm really interested to see too, because I don't know for a fact if this is true, but it might be the first time that Jason and Cody have gone up against each other on 2 different teams. Obviously, Cody playing with the Mechs and Jason playing with White Lightning. That'll be really cool. I mean, that's right there. That's for a lot of people's money, probably, and definitely mine, the best 2 left fielders probably in this tournament, squaring off on opposite sides of the field against each other as brothers. That's just really cool.
Football News Odds does have this as a coin flip division, but they do have the Mechanics as very, very, very slight favorites. We're on to the Ryan's division. We got Cubs Love Sox, Diamond Kings, the Granger Panthers, Large Wallace and his squad, and OTF.
Go ahead, B. Shep.
We are going to go with the Granger Panthers. First things first. I mean, they're the best team in this tournament or this pool. There's no doubt about it. I think if you look at the other divisions we named, we said the Newts was home cooking, but this might as well be,
Yeah, for real.
It's just as easy for the Panthers as the Newts was for them. Panthers will walk through this division. No doubt about it. Second, at first glance, I thought it was a bit of a question, who's going to get second, but I think OTF gets the job done. They're going to go 3-1. They're going to have a great Saturday, probably their best Saturday in history so up to this point. And then third's really a tough question. So for this one, I kind of have a different theory based on, whatever each pool. And this one I went with the name I thought was the best or the funniest. So I'm going to go with Large Wallace and his squad to get third.
Yeah, like you said, we said it with the Newts, and we can say it with the Panthers. Some home cooking here. That's it pays to be a former champion in this tournament, maybe. But honestly, typically the Panthers don't even need help in a draw.
You have your name on the cup, baby.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, the Panthers will roll to this. Wouldn't be surprised if they got a perfect run differential. Honestly, they don't really need it, to be honest. But yeah, first place for them. Second, yeah, OTF. Not the best, obviously, first season in Orbital. A lot of growing pains, but towards the end of the season, they did start, playing better wiffle ball, it seemed, at least from an outsider's point of view like me, watching on Twitter and whatnot. And I think, honestly, they gave the Panthers a better than expected game, I believe, at HD, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, I think they'll be happy to go 3-1 in this division. I'd be disappointed if I didn't go 3-1 in this division. And then third place, I'm going to go with the toss up. Let's roll with the Diamond Kings though for third place.
Wiffle ball news odds has the Granger Panthers as heavy favorites in that division. We have the Surge division. We have Big Earns, Chicago Handshakes, the Godfathers, Grandmother's Quilt, and remember the tight ones.
I'm gonna go with the Quilt in this division. A lot of veterans. We say it all the time. They always make a good run in tournaments. Last year, they had a run all the way to the championship game. That maybe to some it was not surprising, but to some it definitely was surprising, beating Colt West, who was rolling up until that point in last year's Cup. But yeah, I got the Quilt taking that division. Second, and a little bit of an upset here, I got remember the tight ones. Evan Lehman, he's bringing together a pretty decent team for this tournament, honestly. I think that they edge the Godfathers in a fun matchup. I'm just not as big of a fan of this Godfathers team that they have for this tournament, to be honest. So I like the younger squad there. Remember the tight ones, taking them down. But yeah, it's all about the Quilt in this division and Dan the Cat.
Yeah, I think Grandma's Quilt definitely takes this division, no question about it. Second place, I'm going to disagree here. I think Godfathers will do it. Haas.
Oh, wow.
Haas is a great player, one of the better players in Wiffle. If you ask me, top 20 player in Wiffle year in and year out when he's there, and I think he'll be there for hometown. And third, I do have remember the tight ones making it. That's going to be a battle, though, between them and the Godfathers. Wouldn't be surprised if the tight ones finish second.
Wiffle ball news odds has the Grandmother's Quilt as heavy favorites in that division. We're on to the Shale division. We have the Egg, Gas House Gorillas, GP Black, Home Runner Bust, and YOLO.
Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with GP Black. A little bit of a scramble to figure out what team they were bringing, but hey, at the end of the day, put together a nice looking roster, honestly. When you bring in Schubert and Abeg, who, they just won HD recently. Schubert's had an amazing season in Orbital. So anytime you bring in a bat like that, Abeg, not a very good bat, but he's a good pitcher. So I'm sure he'll be on the mound for them. And they got the one and only Brett Shepard too. So that's big time there. Yeah, there he is. Show the guns, baby. But yeah, I got them. Show the twigs. I got them in first. Second in this division, Home Runner Bust. Quietly always a pretty steady team. It's just there always seem to be missing just something. I mean, yeah, look at their all-time record, pretty good, but when push comes to shove, usually if they go up against a team that's younger, more athletic, they fall. I see that happening when they play GP Black. Third place, I have the Gas House Gorillas, edging out EGG for that third place to make it to Sunday.
First place, I've also got GP Black. That's a good team. That's a potential Meg League team coming from Granger. GP Black, not fucking around this weekend. Need I say less? Action will speak louder than words. Second place gonna be Home Runner Bust. That's gonna be a good game. That's the first game. That's a 10 a.m. game between.
Oh, that's interesting. First game.
By 11 o'clock, we'll know the results of that one, and pretty much
be ready off the bat, folks.
Third place, it's a bit of a question mark, but I'm gonna go with Egg. So, not EG. I don't know. Are they EGG?
I don't know. No, dude, I have no idea why I just said EGG. Wow.
Probably because it doesn't say the.
It is all capitalized. Well, I guess they're all capitalized here. So I don't know why I said EGG. Sorry, Kyle and South.
I just feel like because it doesn't say the, it should be like Egg. So we're gonna go with Egg.
Egg.
Football news odds says GP Black is a solid favorite to win that division. We're on to the final division, the Seuss division. We have Braden Myers in his Elite 260.
What?
The Breeze Brothers, Magic Panthers, Mo Whiff Miracle, and Team Combat.
Go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, this is a bad division if we're being honest. I know we said a couple times about some other ones, but this is a inexperienced bad division. Team Combat's gonna have a cakewalk. They're going to get either a 1 or a 2 seed going into Sunday. They're going to have at least a plus 50 run differential. You can bet your bottom dollar. Second place, I'm going to go with the Febreze brothers. I recognize the last name Doman. I don't know if that's any relation to the Granny's Quilt, but 2 and 3, it's better than being a biscuit. So better than being a biscuit, just like the Magic Panthers, you know. I've been to a Magic show and I like the Panthers. So I don't like biscuits. So I'm going Magic third. Biscuits. I hope you didn't get a hotel for Saturday night because you ain't making it to Sunday, Bobby.
He says Bobby. Team Combat, they always seem to put together a show on Saturday. It's just a question of, can they actually do anything Sunday? I feel like they've had a lot of quick dropouts on Sunday. But hey, we're just talking about Saturday at this point. They're going to roll to first place. Second, I have Mo Whiff, Miracle, coming from Missouri, first appearance. I would hope to hell these boys are ready to play coming from Missouri. I think they will be. This Magic Panthers team, this was kind of misleading. You would think, oh, are the Magic and Panthers forming a conglomerate? Wouldn't that be something? But no, that's kind of an unknown team right there. Gosh, I hate to be that guy, but yeah, I'm actually going to say Elite 260 gets third in this division just because of how bad it is. But they will be getting waxed on Sunday.
Wiffle Ball News Odds has Team Combat as the favorite to win that division. That wraps up the pool play predictions. And we are now on to the Final Four predictions. We have the big bracket right here. The top 48 teams will make it to Sunday.
It's for all the cabbage.
We can start off with one of you guys. We'll go Final Four, then Final Four. Then we can discuss the championship/champion. Whoever wants to start.
I can go first. There's a handful of teams, and when I say handful, I probably mean a dozen teams that can make it to the Final Four Sunday.
Right.
And I hate to be a homer, but I'm just going to go with my gut. So I'm going to go with New Carlisle Newts, Ranger Panthers, GP Black.
Oh, wow.
And wait, there was one other team I had.
Got one more.
The Colt West Warriors.
All right. I'm going to go with Colt West Warriors. They always seem to at least be in the Final Four. At least. Second, well, I guess my other team in there, I'm going to go with the Magic. I do think that without, no offense to Friedman, I know that he's had a pretty good offensive season, especially hitting the long ball. I think they're going to be missing Drew to a certain extent. He's a much better contact hitter than Alex is. But to that point, as we've seen in the past few years, the Magic know when to just roll with 4 guys. I think that they will be doing that once they get to a certain point Sunday. And any time that you have both Yonkman brothers and Wes, that's plenty to carry you. I mean, and these guys won it last year. They'll be ready to defend it, considering that the Magic haven't won either of the previous 2 tournaments this summer. I got them definitely. The defending champs are back in the Final Four. Big surprise. I got the Granger Panthers, 2018 runner-ups, 2019 champs. Last year, fell to the Mechanics. A little bit of an upset there. I think the Panthers are motivated at this thing. I think, and I don't know exactly, but I think that their main focus kind of still lies on Orbital because that's like the one thing that they, other than a world championship, that they haven't won. But at the same time, I guarantee they're treating this as a huge deal to get that cup back and to vault them even further towards that run in an Orbital championship. So I've got them locked into the Final Four. Number 4, be a little bit of a surprise. I feel like every year, pretty much every year, there's one team that maybe you didn't expect to make it. Last year would have been Grandma's Quilt. I have the Mechanics actually. The asterisk next to that though is I don't know if they can make it if they play Hughes the entire time, but I'd imagine with my gut that eventually they're just going to bat 4. And when you have Boren, Aiden, Garrett Ruiz, and who's their other that they're playing?
Cody.
Yeah, Cody, obviously. Yeah, that's right there. That's a great 4. I don't know. I just get that gut feeling that they're going to do some big things. I think that game that we talked about earlier against White Lightning, especially if they end up winning it, like I think that they will in a close game. I think that's pretty much like will have a feel of like a Sunday type game. They'll help give them the momentum that they need heading into Sunday. So that's kind of my upset pick in the Final Four would be the Mechanics.
We've wrapped up our Final Four. Now we can both take our turns and say our championship game and who the 2021 Hometown Cup champion is going to be.
Well, I hate to be the guy that picks the Final Four and the championship game and champion because you don't really know how they're going to line up.
Yeah, I'm just going to say champion.
I'm going to say the champion. I'm going to go with a team that knows how to win. Obviously, the 4 teams I named do know how to win, but a team that really knows how to do it, it's not going to be their first rodeo. It's actually going to I believe, be their 4th rodeo. I'm going with the Colt West Warriors to win the 2021 Hometown Cup.
Oh, I actually think it would be their 5th. I think maybe
I'm wrong.
Yeah, it'd be their 5th.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, they already have 5 worlds.
Yep. It's funny because that's exactly my pick too, honestly. Especially if Reef in the lineup too. Anytime you got Jay Ryans up there rifling knuckleballs, slow it down, Jay. He won't. But hey, it works for him. Whatever. These guys are so good. They know how to win. And adding Reef in the lineup, he seems to get better every year. Such a powerful bat these days. And they haven't won it in, it seems like an eternity, but it really hasn't been that long. But they haven't won it since 2017. I think this is the year, though. They have it their way. And they get it done. A 5th hometown cup. That's 4 already in itself is crazy. But if anybody can, get to 5, that's them. I think they do it. So wow, yeah, we both agree on that. That's pretty crazy.
Great minds think alike.
There we go.
Yep, you heard it here, folks. Both experts take the Colt West Warriors to win the 2021 Hometown Cup Championship. You've heard the predictions for pool play. You've heard the Final Four predictions. So that is going to wrap up our show. We're getting very close. This is being recorded on Wednesday. I'm guessing it'll be up by tomorrow on Thursday. So if you're watching, 2 days until pool play. I think we're all excited to enjoy another year of this. Thanks, guys, for coming on.
Too sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.